Yemamu nyina ju United Television so eni. Ye worship house Abeka Junction and crying. And you make us bre aso eno ene de emma. This way chocolate drink, you hear e so share. Have a special ice in su enie. Na special drinks e just so. And a best point savings and loans and a best assurance e cry moi. Ye de ensem no eba. De oba beti no ebi enie. Minority leader Honorable Alexander Afenyomakin essay. And the four ha edu no mampanyi John Dramani Mahama edi. And in the contract in the Yama Waya was so the Yamagana for no, or see a ken kwa the Bieni.
Now, Odimonia for Alexander Afenyomakin a sign editor so say, Washer Galamse Kona, Yaman Penny Amagana phone says from Pa Ewo.
And the four ha edu no mampanyi John Dramani Mahama, the memo tosumi no emono, United Television, any or manfacturing train como or dream po.
Enche bia so ye share apedie so edin hwemu mapeba be hihye so sa enhwemu yi omoba be share enipa ahodo qualifications so menya entity omunya ye no ene ho adwuma akwanya ewo ho no
National Road Safety Authority Ghana for amane se enkwanhia bebreba eye ka nkwanhia esie no emu ohanchemu aduokron enipa su ene ye ban ene kofaba
yenya mentie se America Robert Francis Prevost wo no ene yaboni din se Pope fofra or babeda Roman asafono ano we ene nsin bi e ka ho ene ye de babesomo se enwumre no nsin akase ye bo akenkan fo enwumre ye me abana ba yi nya nomene
Obahima efiache yentie ensem no enchiemwe edom kuma ho mrahye bedwuma yensentrofo enchiemo ase no de etu dwa Alexander Afenyomakin honorable osahini woka sese wo hye se de omampanyi John Dramani Mahama one Ghana for twetwe nkomo no anajo no woka se ne fo ha eduo no edi nkan na mamuo mu ebo a wo hye waye enhihye bebre na waye nto hu se wabon ho so ama na mamuo ekoso na edom kuma ban dani so hu se we kenken kwa bibia nim edede ene wo ye.
Now the 120 days are over. The promises have collapsed. The excuses have run dry. The reckoning must begin. Let it be said plainly to every Ghanaian. You were not given a reset. You were sold a recycled failure. And now the clock has run out. Accountability must take center stage. Let history record this moment, not as a dawn of renewal, but as a day the veil of betrayal was torn away. They didn't know the scale of the challenge. Really? So they didn't know and they were promising. We don't need symbolic gestures. They are only engaged in such practices and neglecting the structures. The deeper you look, the more you find that this government does not aim to transform, but they are engaged and in a regression wrapped in rhetoric. Mr. President, you promised truth, but so far we are seeing evasion. Mr. President, you promised inclusiveness. Today, you are serving us with exclusion. Your Excellency, you promised partnership, but what we are experiencing from your government is punishment. You promised prosperity. What do we see today? Paralysis. NDC, I say to you, you've broken your promise. You have abandoned your own sacred oath as a government. You have abandoned your own manifesto. You've trampled upon the hopes of the nation in search of a meaningful continuity. But this country will not surrender. We, the minority, the mighty minority, will not sit back as we redefine and ruin reforms. We will not let you stretch your stay or mutilate the Constitution. After 120 days, we clearly see your schemes. We see your lame duck days. We see a government without hope. We see bitterness along the way. But we promise the people of Ghana that we will stand by you who will stand with you, and we know that come the next cycle of elections, NPP will have an opportunity to reset this country on a positive footing for a better Ghana.
Na okopiemo ewo research, statistics and information management kwantre for penya wodano eye odimunyamfo Shadrack Mensa na saa adwumakuo yi ewo asoye a ehwe apedie ensem so opanyi ede atodwa se enche bia omo eba be yehwehwemu ewo oman Ghana mantama hododo nsie nnamu na omahwe amanfo tete ye omanya qualifications ahodo omabo ene enwumemu akwanya ewo honom ema womo na omo se omo de abosome nan ena ebedi se adwumema June bosome ni mu ene be hyase
June ene be hya dwumadu we yase yes na butaye te kira ne se ye hwe se na me ya atom na ye yes ahwehwemu wi a ne sunsuanso bia no ye ne Ghana education veterancy na se sunsuanso no ko ba se e ya mpa se ntitiye na ye nuanu mu enye wo school no enye no na industries ni hia ye no veterancy no mo ye hihye fufuro se de be ya sa adesua ye nuanu be nyo school mu no etimi aye dia industries no so ye hu se we no butaye esanse ye hu se we ya dia e yo how man ye nyina anything na catch there say Ghana education any stakeholders because woman and yan share for education e wo man we enti ye no woman na ye adwuma no bom ndi e wogide say ni findings na be ban say ya dia ehia hihye bia na ombedi anim na ye sa hihye na aboa adisua ye hu say sa na tia we are collaborating with the Ghana education to put out every strategy, whether to change the curriculum that will suit the industry.
We are able to get the results, the informations we require that will guide evidence-based decision making as far as the labor and then the job market is concerned.
In Pimpino, I need data. Support the skills mismatches normally here come about the so if your questionnaire which means it's well detailed. It contains all the relevant questions that will help us elicit the relevant information a bit miyama identify the skills what employers on the market in here and those that job seekers and those in employment are also lacking. The mechanism exercises be say ayana ye 2 year hu esiwo say ye be respond to it at the end of the day as a kuku nyina a boy nyina ema the right information on the ground then no eboama policy makers so ehu the right policies to tackle. Emma, those in academia also will know the right skills to train students on. And those employers also be satisfied because productivity levels will rise. So far as the skills are omuhiano and the omunya on the job market.
And for her eduno I didn't kind ewa mampanyi John Dramani Mahama na memu etoso mienu emono enura ena ebewe ya obu akonta edi che Ghana for the waye edi de oguso a oye na UTV and camera ene omanfo bi twetwe nkomo bisa won sei ena mampanyi aka ohu ne sei
betting tax 11 any dollar aba from any bibia waye no mani sofa because said days here wanyan ene niam wayi ekona ni me say bibia be fine nti e pese won koso ano e de oye no na de wontimi nyeye no ontimi nyamaye na ahotomla ba me kasa me man 1 to 10 me man 8
me man 100 I say wa shebo na odisu 120 days nyoma o share o kan ye no waye dollar no wate so mom de eda ya nimu obeye ni nyina fe o ka so obewe ye huni o waye yebre o mine mu ye bre sese dum so kranso asaba be kan ye ton ade wa ye ntohwe enu ani seche krom obi apomba mu be mu nkrofo krom nyina na ye boy
yen toshi iti asrama mpanyine se osi oba be ye friend say ebi bebe nwumire abe ye adwuma ye 24 hours comment and your member ni enhwe ni ekọ ni endi enwuchi otu sika ngu omanim ni enye sika ye tumi di bia ye adwuma ni enye bi edi ahwe ye ma ka se oba mfitiasia no wo okọ university no free mfitiasia no ye ba mi be ko university so menya ni free me sha mema ni 2%.
Ami papa mama mi tu chema no wo ye bebre wa ya de papa na se ne kro ya papa iba ya de o ka so obeye so waye enti no ye nim se de aka no obeye ama ye ni age ankasa 100% ye ka tuwe ne kra ka be ka wa ama no wa ya de pa nkita Ghana se ya
me de se mi rating na me metu mama no be tu nana adodankwa office no asama me de o kan amete ye pa se ko kwei we jaw light nti no ba no omra no me maintain light ne man light no say dum so na na ewom bibi kakra me hu se won asate ya na won mo ye ni se ndra won mo se dollar ba form fi won so ba form yes reom se nyama na aba form no won make sure say won mo be maintain no eno na ema a lot of drivers voted against MPP government.
Say ye hu ye hinu se na emu e bolo maye emu nya di ti se first no oye pa ama kroma ye fine first ni dia pressure na ba fam kura ama ye ho toye ogusu ye be ko 1 year dia ndia obeye bibia
ye hu difference kakra because ye build the empire in one day enti one at a time enti kakra na wa ye no we have hope say ebi onuka 120 yeah but yeah expectation no 120 na be too higher for the 120 enti but yeah one ho aboter kakra the dollar is down the e-levy is down yeah so right now even when you go to the supermarket your rate at which you buy the thing it's actually okay at first the VAT alone will scatter everything my man is 6 because why yeah sure.
Eye European Union omofa ewo yemeyimu ene embassies ahodo a EU no muka ho bie enche bia omo de dwumadie sonko eba be hyehyɛ so ani nyina no efa eye Europe month celebration no eho na omo eba be hwɛ omo modem mo mabɔ ewo man Ghana mu eba no edwadie bambɔ nsɛm ne mpuntu nsɛm a afei so omo pɛsɛ omo hwɛ na oman Ghana ye ne EU ayonkofa no ma hye mu kina na aboa amaniema egyina ne naso.
The 9th of May is European Day, which is the equivalent of a national day, but in the case of the European Union, this year we will celebrate the 75th anniversary of what we call the Schuman Declaration, which took place on the 9th of May 1950. And this declaration has been the death birth, let's say, of the idea of forging a European Union 5 years after the Second World War, to pull together the men and women of goodwill to create an union that will bind us together and overcome the causes of war, build prosperity, and build a future together. And it's very important today to celebrate 75 years afterwards the principle of working together, because with many Ghanaians, I am of the view that we can build bigger things together, cooperating, collaborating between ourselves at global level to achieve tremendous and inspiring things. Because the European Union is number 1 or number 2 trade partner to Ghana, meaning that this is a driving force for job creation. And I know that the Ghanaian youth are anxious about how to get a perspective, how to get access to labor market, how to get access or to build a better future. As I've been saying, the trade is being grounded into a logic of transformation, a logic of job creation, a logic of local processing. And This is one of the reasons why. The other reason why is because the youth is one of the main beneficiaries of our partnership in terms of scholarship. Any given years, the European Union and member states are handing over 1,000 scholarships for undergraduate and graduate PhD technical vocational training. This is a huge opportunity for the youth. And I would like to say the European Union as well is supporting thousands of Ghanaian entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are the ones who will be building the future of this country, and this is where we invest.
Kasia fi UTV, yeko ahmejiem, yeba sisia.
Abusuafo ye Simon Makwaba yebeto akase ebono eso na edom kuma ba no dani odumunyafo Alexander Afenyumaken akasa ede atudwa se eye galamse kon a ye mampanyi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Shebo se oba obekon edi okon ni sunkunim no ohunu no se wamaganafo ensamum enesi fomo ho.
After 120 days of his presidency, the truth is brutally clear. The social contract was a political bait and a switch, a glossy list of promises not meant to be fulfilled, but merely to be flaunted, exploited, and forgotten. 1. The taxes remain. 2. Contractors remain unpaid. 3. Illegal mining rages on. No state of emergency in sight. 4. Industries continue to suffer. 5. Unreliable power supply, what I call Doomsday Promax, is unfolding. President Mahama promised Ghanaians that he would act decisively and swiftly as our country's leader. In his might trumpeted social contract with the people of Ghana, President Mahama solemnly pledged, quote, ban illegal and new mining activities in forest reserves, roll out our Tree for Life and Blue Water Initiative to heal and sustainably harness the environment, end quote. And yet, illegal mining has flourished under his silence. Foreign nationals caught in Galamsey operations are deported, not prosecuted. Contrary to the campaign promises, the promised repeal of the LI 2462 remains unfulfilled. The rivers continue to run red. The forests are gashed open. And the president who accused Nana Akufo-Addo's administration of inaction on illegal mining and promised decisive action offers excuses. The government's inaction on illegal mining is not just disappointing, it is a betrayal. While in opposition, the NDC loudly declared that if elected, they would impose a state of emergency to confront Galamsey head-on. But 120 days into the government, not only have they failed to do so, that they have completely abandoned the agency they once preached. Illegal mining continues to devastate our rivers, poison our land, and displace entire communities. The promised state of emergency has vanished, replaced by silence and inaction, while the sector minister sheds crocodile tears on national television over a sorry state of our rivers, forests, and farmland. This is not leadership. This is not leadership. It is cowardice dressed in empty campaign rhetoric.
Renal Patient Association, omo de to aban enim se na daroma so the Mahama Cares abadia and the Mahama Cares Committee no wonfa Kidney Association for so enwura mu bia no beboa ama sabu nyarewa no wo mate ase yi ne kobaso mutu anamo a watumi abo mu pa.
Asem papa ebe bote say make can say ukunu nua bi wo kidney patient center me nua ogina me penyin se ne bam. He has been on dialysis I think about 7 or 8 years. Young boy, I think he's in his 20s. So you can imagine when he had the disease and he's on it now. So you can just imagine. It's a challenge, you know. Mahama Ken beboa. Problem ka create bi ame wo and they say we are the affected people. Na committee no mo set any, you know, oma include yen. Nti no yenim akwaya say ye tutu anoma ho ne na betro say anoma ni sebi omo no mo ye mpanyifo omo de ye ka ho planning stages, you know, implementation stages, policy stages na yinim say abia A B C D time ye be national health insurance dialysis here na ye enjoy, you know, we were part and parcel of it from day one. Yinim be starting if you started from children below near bar in your best policies in how it was going, and we could defend and I need bit me speak it to it. But we know the answer my former committee they are launching You're trying for parliament approval for the policy. And teaching here, but me because everything about Renal is about money, and the government alone cannot bear those things. Say, if a fund is being set for people to contribute to help, everybody be brave. But the problem is that they should get us involved. We should know how things are going to work. We see. Then I think everybody here.
Say, so my tears with friend.
Afi International Midwives Day no omashe honfa kama ebo enkranmantim hanum sei na Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association nefa ewo nkran ha opanyi awoda no eye Jefferson Asare Dankwa ediato aban no enim so obesre na adase ontenani enhwe midwives fo yie pa wona memo yimu na eniema ne akade ahodo bi ebetimi abo mo madwuma no akoso wano no so onfa nso masene.
Said this year 2025 team economy midwives critical in every crisis economy na chese wo hwa omo ye adwuma omo bo adwuma den na ye bede nyankopon asese oboa wo mo na midwife asetenem etesey up now Ghana enya 68 or 67 years but midwives any healthcare say midwife area na oko hospital I just would yaka ono a waje awo no se wo kowo a wotua sika but unfortunately 2024 in our condition of service aban na gitumu say enka nurse ni bia midwife bia ko hospital enka e was a facility na owo no efa ho kanyina e de nurse ye lip service and up till now midwife ko hospital da so tua de to yetrim na ye de gidie ni areche mu nyina akosha aban we mu ne say o se yan reset oyaw na na ewo mu no enti say ye to ama aban ya na ye stress midwives ene nurse for Ghana on reset ya brabom na ya areko.
So we are celebrating midwives all over the world for the vital role they play. But it's like we are calling on the government and philanthropists to support midwives in terms of equipment and amenities that will make their work very easy. We also want them to invest in them, especially when it comes to education, training, so that they will be provided with the needed skills and the new trends in midwifery. By the end of the day, they take care of the mother and the babies. Not only that, because they also play a role when it comes to family planning and other things. So we are calling for people who can really help and support midwives so that they will get all the things, the resources that they will need in their work to make their work very easy.
And then International Day of the Midwife. Yeah, celebration. Now for Yankasa ya boy ho abaso. Enye de bia na be twen obi aba be boy abaso. Yankasa ye ni medwuma ye. Ye start edwuma ya che. Ye ni mobra ya femu, ye ni level aye dru, aye tumi hwe apemfo ne omomma. Enti se aye midwives mo hwe asisi abebre edwane akwa abroche because nyema omo hwehwe omo be hu e wo krom ha no omo sankaye. Enti ye country government, ye country policy makers, momboa na profession in attractive and man necessary midwives. Na yetumi nka krom ha enye obi a no peso otu kwan but wo hwe nyema e kokọ so sika sem ni nyema embua ebusua embua individuals ye health policy nankasa sometimes endi mbua ye enti no we are stressing ourselves to deliver our country hanomo enti government ye nko for yen penny for most stressing mo ho na mo ma nyema yen ko yie ma ye.
National Road Safety Authority bedwa wo ebodaro say yakwantimpon so bedwo na eniema akoyie e Bambo FM SA enkwanhia bebreba esi wa kwantimpon so no emu ohanche mu aduokron enipa so ni emban ya yedadedi a enye ene kofa ba mbikatente ready kan a driver fa otwitwa bi editene city a echi ene omo mu gina phone so e kasa chechecheche no eno ene
nipa suban nipa yen aye suban nema bebre nema kwanhia esi ewo Ghana nipa suban ene di mu akotene pa menua
yɛhwɛ about 90% ɛyɛ yɛn suban to say overspeeding, excessive speeding. Kwantempɔn biara ne speed limit a yɛde ato ho. Yɛsɛ wodu edwom a maybe a shops wo sorry wo maybe a market wo ntumi nkom road 30 kilometers per hour, but ye hu say be breaker bi du a no wabu saa mre yi so wo fi kwantempon no wodu nkrasie nkronkro a no busu kra ne 90 kilometers per hour no de nam kwan so na ba emra ne say wodu be bia nkronkro wa settlement areas e was what so ba 50 kilometers per hour saa mre nya nipa ni emfa nya adwuma suban ba akone fatigue driving yenuanom bebre akodigi loans and na womodi atoto cars no matwa target a ebro so chen so ma driver free enti ene wo hye no kutupa tenasti achi a wo se kohabra driver no wabre but yemra e ma yete ase se wo drive a e wo se wo je home se wo drive 4 hours bia e wo se wo je home 1 hour enti ne wo rest stops enti wo dedu linda do a enya for fun e wo se wo dru ho a wo see driver na wo se wo see na se obegu nsuo kwa tentene wapom se coffee bi na obenom a eno no e refresh wa dwene se wo bra e ma reaction time cry is slow bubetumi e fun temtem nti fatigue driving yesu ban bi eno so ka nipa su na e ma nkwanhye ekoso no ebi ne drunk driving ebi ne se wanom nsa na wo de dubone aka na no ye hunu se ahoden ekofom papa driver ehunu se na ahoden ekofom no hia booster enti no akọ kiosk bi achi anse na betina sti achi wo yesa no wa keka wo sti anachi wo yesa pe misjudgment untumi emfa na adwene ento akwansidi okwansu yie afi no otumi katente wo hu nipa kra no otwi form so akwansi aba enti ne ma wenu bebre na ne nyina fareba ndo gina finfie onipa mene wo so ka ho meso meka ho se suban we na ama sa akwansi yi ekosoro.
Asantehene His Royal Majesty Otumfo Seitutu Awotosumyenu Ediato Empenyufo Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology omodano enim se obesromo se omonkra suapon ni mu yie pa na susu dua na eda ho no enye sa pepepe ne mo a masuku no nguso a enkonanim
Oti kokko so Otumfo Seitutu Awotosumyenu ena okache Ken University suapon ne se we wom se omaye nema bebre agidin ewa abasobode ahodo bebre nanso mo nhwe no ho no mo ntenna omofa eno nto omachi no mo sori wakanyina wonnan so wanya dwumaden sade be ya suapon no betimi apagya akosro no mo tumpon achan sade ne kraye hunyi na ebra ode etudwa no ena osi nansen ekoba se ewiase nyina wo mo yiyi suapon ahodo mo bomoden pa no abasobode ema Ken University se eba nwomasua papa de fence quality education na wo mahwedi kan ena osese suapon no etu ne hu si ho wo mohweta so no moye adwumaden de ka ho a ene abasobode ahodo atise no bebre kra no betimi age a enwomasua papa nso a ekonkan ebetimi atumpon ewo suapon no ebra asantehene ede nsem nyina etudwa no na ye wukude enti na watena se a wo hye ho fa ewo menhye no ewo asante mantem eno ena mpanimfo a omfri Ken University suapon num na omo vice chancellor Professor Mrs. Rita Akosua Dixon edi wanim okoya wokokwachia asantehene na eda no ye dasronko enama wukuda na omudie na ansa na wukuda no so ade bechiam wadie na eyo Otumfo awoda wanya mfie aduason numti enipa awodo bebre ofri miamia ne baaya wo mo bechia no ewieye ede achade sronko so ekeka ho
na ase na mde ma wo school mfie aduonum ne eba Bishop Sapon mo bra bre ho ansa na school yeba na ne nyina akogyan kran yase yam premier mfama ha na ya metumi ya hihye ya na bedrohwe nipa so atete wo anyina de mesa hunu kura se won ye tete ha no so yase wo mo abene mo papa ti madam ase Professor Fuaya boy me wo professor bebre pa ne gina ha remember de ka professor ya ne nye hu ne ma professor de na wo mo gina ha nyina sabio wo mo tue ho achenya akatua nti no mo gina de wo hwe wo mo mesre wo mo se yen to aso na yen nyema school no se nyina bioma ase mfie aduom ni me de by chancellor mbam hu na nhyehyɛ bia me so abeka ho amea ye nti yen nyina so bibia wo se ye de boa wo mbia wo se ye de boa
Ghana ahemfo ahodoɔ bi a ɔmo wɔ Netherlands nso etu wɔn mpanimfoɔ bi ɛma ewukude nom ɔmo nso bɛkyia otumfoɔ na ɔmo wieye no ɔmo ne UTV kaseɛbɔ atwetwe nsa nkɔmɔ yi.
Otwa na mpɔn ɛne ɛda na se sɛ ɛne da yɛyɛ nura wɔto ewura ne nkwana mu ɛde afi baako aka no ho na wɔnya aduoson enum. Yɛsrɛ nkwatintin ma afiri tweri ampɔn ho na nanom adi kanfo atiasefoɔ ɛne nkyirimafoɔ sɛ ɔmo ntaa ne n'akyi ɔmo mmɔ na ho ban na nimdeɛ a nana wɔ no wɔnhwie ngu Ghana ma nyinaa so ɛnyɛ asantemanko wɔnhwie ngu Ghana ma nyinaa so na Ghana ni bia ho sɛ yiw yɛwɔ Nana King Solomon a ofiri Ghana ha a wɔyɛ nneɛma pa ɛde boa Ghana ha ɛne wiase afa na nyinaa nti enhyira ɛne onyini kyɛ ɛna yɛsrɛ ɛde ama yɛmra otumfo.
Our mission here is to inform the King that Unity Link, in collaboration with the Ghanaian Council of Chiefs in Netherlands, have visited Komfonoche. We've presented a check to the project here at Komfonoche. Unity Link, a proudly Ghanaian-owned money transfer company, is proud to be.
Abani swadi hunsa obema ankrankra nyuma etumpon na emabunu enye nyuma aye na eni swadi hu bebema emrase bedwam committee ohwe adwade mfidi dwuma afi kwayo na afi akwansa ho nsem so no wako apro wonmeku akese ne nketuo mu a wo hye obo se de obe bi aboa ama ankrankra dwumedie etumpon no wode nhihye ebegu akwan.
The reason why we need to fight that all these appeals are listened to is that so far Zonda, with their factory here and the ceramic one in Takoradi, they've employed close to 10,000 Ghanaians. So they said some few years ago there was a need for them to dismantle 2 of their production lines because of some challenges, because of the activities of people who import substandard goods. So there is a need for us to put some policy measures in place to make sure that they are in a way protected, because those who bring the goods, the number of Ghanaians they employ are not to the number of Ghanaians they who produce the goods here employ. So there is a need for us to make sure that they are protected for them to expand. And the moment expand, at this time that we are implementing or we are about to implement the 24-hour economy, then it means that a lot of our people will be employed and productivity will increase. Once productivity is increased and a lot of our people are employed, the economy will definitely bounce back.
Soon that the Albehuno, I mean, who say, I was say, I buy any brede bois companies at Tessa, and Untina, the leader of the house, I share committee chairman. And chairpersons in as omni on coffee quabonting. The uncle Swiss, near who the uncle for ye, the entire massam on problems on war, near Famre Parliament. Na ye brano, yen tries ye bayam bra, bit ya bought sa for you buying. Amamojuma akoso etumpon. Interne, ye buy ye never be, Nami chairman air cabby be about 24-hour economy. Say, the 24-hour economy, because it can only thrive on industry. Say, industry e bien hu yi no make a 24-hour economy a buy person de ban e be so eno nti ye bo adwo aba so papa
ya ni je pa ye do mo asese mo aba challenges no so a factories ni face no omo akeka bi na nye only this factory several other factories. The bottom line is enema bebre o ha you will adequate local capacity to produce. Now, so I'm saying unfair competition be a air cost no and my companies need enough market. So factories and now MP cano production no more no so chain the here in Ghana until they must export to stay in business. There are several factories like that. Until no MPs ni hu no say the mrabi a proposal be so munya bibi wo ho e wo mra no ho na intimi restrict imports now. Yeah, and we are not calling for a ban. AG has never called for a ban of products because we know we are part of the WTO near the. What we want is fair competition and to let people pay the right duties so that the nation can generate the right revenue. But once you are doing so, you are also enhancing local capacity and local competitiveness. The employer people.
As he said earlier, the production line could take 80 people. So now if we've taken 2 away, that's like 160. So obviously, and now we are still expanding as a company. So definitely there is more room. So people, if you need employment, you can just check on us on LinkedIn, on Facebook, even come in person, and we are still recruiting people.
Abusuafo madaro ma yeje nkrato etosumienu
pa ba yetwa ensem no so edi amamo ye kwa konfa nochi ayaresabia ewo kumase na senior psychiatrist a owo Dr. Pelmensa Edunyako de odi etu dwane se bosumi mu a watu asi wo edi bodero afa adwumu nyarewa eho no obetumi abogana fo amane se afi 2024 omanfo a wo mu enya adwumu nyarewa horo mba konfa nochi psychiatric unit ebeje ayerehwe no na wo bro empem dumiensa.
Senior psychiatrist a Confanoche Abaya Resabiemu, Dr. Pelmensa Edunyako, Hrese, Nansen Sauba Santamantema, Adishia Sabi Wenya Adrimu Yariano, Eya Kosro Papa, and Unsuntin and Wakohia Sampen, 40 Anamon, Eyan Church, Deniama Eguaquem, Emo Manfo Etsi Adiana Siye, no Mamu Company and Amom Subetua, Obetimia Eye Apum Dia Jumaye 4, Amomunina Abuabwa Won. Ordinance some Eltu Jana Confanoche Teaching Hospital. Psychiatric units no womo ene asafo traditional council no akaboma 2025 mental health month na ohye ho fa no wode enkyerɛkyerɛ kɛseɛ pa akopiem ɛwɔ asafo a eno ye bronu bi a ɛwɔ so bi abato mpasua so ɛwɔ asantemantem
bi afi etwa mu no konfano chenkwa nipa ebe fa yensam a ye hwɛ womo wa adwunu mu haw ba ko ana mienu na ni nyina mu no nipa dodo no na ye opepe dumiensa eni etri that is 13,000 and over ena ye hwe wo mo a na omo wo adwunu mu haw ba ko ana mienu a sabi omo yensa ekan ho nti ne aye ne se esese ye bo hu dewuro na ye hyemu kena niema ya ema ya adwene na pomuden wie peye se promote good mental health and mental well-being into activities sa wo ya eboa ma wa adwene na pomuden wie peye se ebohu dewuro ne ye nipa nkran se wo mo beye ebio esese ye de niema gu akwan mu ebesi adwene mu haw eho ban ebi ne se ye bema entity pa akoso ofie entity pa akoso school mu sebi nubone a etimi se adwene na pomuden no se aida se ebesi ho kwan se emba show a obi a onni ho ntete entumi emfa ma foforo
Asafo hine nana achamfo asafo buache ajimai bonsu enso jebre etu emebunu ne nyina fo se nansan se de enubone nom ekosoro no wo montwom ho mfiri ho nam se enubone ebetimi ase wo mabrabo kra
mebunu bua sa niema no no ya wo munimo peer pressure obu a onim kra se ade ya o ye ni susanso nie ebe ni se ne ana akina but the young could be here, no who ye no. Any officer, oh yeah, now September a guy. So who or high no number also could be. So who as you could cross so any block here answer. Obia necessity born no. Oh, what like it will be 1 year, not Yafaso. Until a foot on mamma Mabuna Ebano. Say, show who ye. And for whom to Unia. And our damfo so ye until so ye be ye some kind no akokra ni bruku de enyepe obia entrance enhwe ni bra se be ya wo ya bofra yi na unnim haw but unyina na be hunu hawa e wo mu ti obia enhwe ni bra ye
Probusumi nimu ena Pope Francis edani binkum so na sede Roman asafo emra esitie no opanyin da ne binkum so no ewose omo san eyi obifoforo ehyenanan into cardinals a omo edru san pempenso no ene ye hye eto omo so abanyame adom omato aba no awie amasamra ye kasa die eye Robert Prevost a wo ye Americani enomato aba eyi no se obeye popa obeda Roman asafo no ano na dwumedie nyina ekoso ewo Sistine Chapel abra na enhusie efree baby omo no enchensen dinosaur eba abonten a se wohunu sansankyereni na na eche se empanyifo atena se ahye ama omo ayi popa obetimi ada Roman asafo no ano na eye Pope Prevost a say ye no wenye mfinhyia no aduosia enkono 69 years na ofri Chicago, Illinois. Na opanyin wabobra papa amansen nyina kyese wachinchin kane na waye missionary e South America and afei nsusu no ye bishop e Peru. Na enche bia Vatican a omuyi bishops ahodo no so na wono ene ye panyin a oda o ma no enti sam radio wono na wo ba bishop Pope Francis anan ada Roman asafo no ano na cardinal sa yeto omoso aba no na omoye oha ene aduasa miensa na ewo se obia etimi hwe na emma no onyamu dodo conclave no omotena se eto aba no ewo se obia hwe na onya emma ni mu dodo enti Pope Prevost Robert says yato abana yino no when nyame adom omoto no so abadodo a sam redie ye yino se popa Roma asafo e wo wiasme nyina oba beda ano
Kasieni nyina esi kan ho ani emfase da emma Pepsodent ekra mu ebrebia me de kasie emma o Pepsodent so wo na hodo bebre enan ubenya herbal charcoal triple action and cavity fighter emu bia sa wo de ho sia emma se no eyefe ani da ho wo sra wonu hwehwen sham sa wo da sori afa Pepsodent ehwo wo se nyame wa dom so na okoda na wo de bi atwitwu se fefefe na ebrebia wasre Pepsodent se seria wo bia siri bia no ewu nyom papa omo de ko adwendwen emu ye da wo mo ase kase ni nyina asi akenkan fam hwe enwume eyeme obahima efiache mene
abna bayi nyano
ye da mu nyina ase.
To NLA 590 Mobile. Today we will discuss how you can win cash by playing 590 on your phone or online. Visit 590mobile.com.gh or dial *959# on any handset or network and choose option 6 on the menu for Perm 2. Perming allows you to increase your chances of a winning combination. Perm 2 gives you 240 times your stake amount when 2 or more numbers from your selection appear in any order. You need to select from 3 or up to a maximum of 10 numbers